Well, I haven't even had time to catch my breath yet, but what can I say about this football team? Our perseverance, our resiliency was rewarded tonight. And, being down by 14 with 4 or 5 minutes to go in the game, there was never a doubt that we were going to win this football game. And I give South Carolina a lot of credit. They made some great plays. Cooper's a great player, but just really proud of our players, everyone associated with our football family. Every person on that sideline believed we were going to win the football game. I thought starting the game off, obviously had some momentum, didn't capitalize on some field position, and they made some plays in the Wildcat formation. But, again, just proud of our players and our resiliency by everyone. So I'll answer any questions you may have.
Coach, talk about Josh and Jalen and the job they were able to do in the line in the running game.
Well, again, to be able to rush for that many yards. And, Jalen has been doing it all year long. And, again, you see a lot of freshmen and first and second year players making a lot of plays out there. But I'm really proud for our seniors. Very, very excited. It's just victory number 4. But, again, seeing their faces in the locker room, and it's a great testament of everything that we've been preaching all year long about never looking at the scoreboard, just continue to play. I thought Josh, again, very, very good poise, managed the offense. We'd like to have the one throwback going in, but again, made some plays. I thought Alton Howard stepped up, made some big plays, executing the 1-minute drill to perfection with no timeouts left. Again, they say the mark of a really good quarterback is the ability to lead their team from behind in the 1-minute drill on the road. And Josh was able to do that.
Coach, you've had to sit up here in close calls and not getting it done. How does it feel tonight being able to get over the hump?
Well, it feels good anytime you win, but I feel great for Vol Nation. You talk about a loyal fan base. We're going to need them as this season continues to progress, our student body, our student section. I hope everyone in Vol Nation can have a great weekend and a great week. And I'm proud of our seniors and everyone associated with our football program. We've been on the other side of things, and so we're going to enjoy the night.
But your defense gave up over 600 yards that they got to stop in regulation and got the 2 big plays in overtime. What can you say about their?
Well, I thought the defensive front, especially, Kurt Majik came off the edge with a whole nother presence in overtime. Same thing with Derek Barnett, and forced him to go all the way back. And we wanted the ball first in overtime, and to kind of put our defense on the field and let them win it, because that's a very, very talented offensive football team. Coach Spurrier, as we all know, does a great job of creating mismatches and one-on-one matchups. But, again, it's a testament to these kids, the resiliency that they've shown all year long.
What's the points that they've given up that you say you wanted your defense on the field with a chance to win? Why is that?
Well, I believe in them. And we had a lot of confidence offensively, and that's why we wanted the ball. And then once, Aaron Medley steps up, another true freshman kicker on the road in windy conditions. And I almost called timeout to kind of let the wind settle down, but just a gut feeling. But the kick that Aaron made was big, and I can't say enough about our defensive front in overtime.
Coach, 42-28 with 4.5 minutes to go. What did you say to your team at that point?
Didn't need to say anything. They continue to believe, and that's representative of us all year long. And finally, that belief was rewarded tonight.
Coach Josh, you mentioned it already, for him to throw that interception and to still come back and lead those 2 scoring drives, do you have any inkling that he had that in him?
Yes. Josh has great competitive character, not real emotional, and all he said is, give me another chance. And, and again, our team was like that. We believed that we were going to win the game all week long. Our team had a different aura about themselves, the aura that I'm used to. Friday night in the hotel, when we boarded that plane to come here from Knoxville, we had one purpose. The theme was whatever it takes. Whatever it took, we were going to win the football game, and we couldn't be the same. We required more than anyone has ever given before. And that's how we challenged everyone in our football program. And it took more than 60 minutes to do, but whatever it took, it got accomplished tonight.
Butch, I think you've been a head coach for, 8 years now. Have you ever been a part of a comeback like that one? I think 2 touchdowns in the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, a couple. Probably, and all of them have kind of the same ingredients. When I was at Central Michigan, we were down and we upset Michigan State on the road. But we recovered an onside kick, and it was almost like slow motion. We believed we were going to win the football game. We were going to find a way to win the football game. And again, the way our players, the way our kids perform the 1-minute drill, having to go the length of the field with no timeouts is remarkable.
But you said it was a different feel from getting on the plane to all week in practice or whatever, but then how important was it for what you're trying to do with the program that they actually went out and got tangible results?
Well, you're right. We needed some tangible results, and we needed these kids to be rewarded for their hard work. Now, that's just victory number 4. And, bye week's coming at the right time, and then we have to finish strong. But the hard work, the perseverance, the hardest thing for a head coach is to see progress when you're losing football games. And we see the progress. Our administration sees the progress. Everyone sees the progress every day. But in our profession, it's a bottom-line profession. You're judged on wins and losses. And so I'm just excited for the kids. It has nothing to do about anyone else but the kids. Because they worked exceptionally hard, and for our seniors, and to see that thrill of victory and to taste it is great to see. I just kind of sat back and like a proud dad and just watched the celebration in the locker room.
Coach, in the fourth quarter, you had the long pass to Cooper and then the long touchdown run to Wilds. And your defense really shut down South Carolina's offense from that point on. What adjustments were made?
We just made plays. We were gap conscientious. And again, the whole key, obviously in overtime, was the speed presence, the edge rushing of Kurt Maggitt and Derek Barnett. Again, a whole nother speed, a whole nother tempo. It's like they stepped up. When we talked about Friday night, we talked about wanting to make the play. There's a great Tim Crumry story of wanting them to run the ball at me. And we went to overtime. They're like, run the ball at me, coach. Let them run the ball at me. And there was just a little bit different push in overtime. And that's what great players do. They step up in critical moments and critical stages of the game. We always talk about impacting the game, and they impacted the game.
What made you guys decide to blitz that heavy on first down if you run 5 or 6 guys?
Well, we had been doing that all game long, and it was just, bottom line making plays. But really, anytime you can get pressure on the quarterback from your edge rushers, it brings a whole nother dynamic, and we were able to do that.
Can you just talk about the play that Jalen Hurd made where he broke a tackle, blew his 4th and 3 maybe?
Yeah.
How big was that?
Huge. And I've been saying it all along, is Jalen is a very selfless player, very unselfish. And his skill set, we see that every day in practice. But his skill set hasn't been able to be shown in live game opportunities. And that was a great run, and his skill set was shown tonight.
Butch, how much fortitude does it show for the offensive line show tonight after what they've kind of been through this year?
Yeah.
It seems like you guys
I think we started our 4th or 5th different offensive line combination tonight. And they've just trusted in each other and kept working, getting better and better, have not paid any attention to the clutter and the distractions. And just every day, these kids are different. I keep saying it. Their workmanlike approach, their love for this football program, their love for each other, they're different. And they haven't blinked. They haven't wavered. We've suffered a lot of adversity this season, and they come back to work the next day, and how can we get better? And I think that's a tribute to the character on this team.
Which beyond the intangible things from Josh late in that game, just the tangible things, that some of the accurate passes and the runs.
Yeah.
You haven't seen him in a while. It was maybe preseason camp, but he didn't look that sharp. What's changed in him recently?
I would say confidence, practice repetitions, but just an overall confidence, and our players believe in him. And that was some trying elements today with the wind conditions. And again, nothing phases him. And again, I think he's benefited greatly from the live opportunities last year, and what he's done the last 2 weeks have been very impressive. But again, the more video you put on video, the more game you put on video, the more your opponents prepare for you. And it'll be a gradual process now moving on to the Kentucky game.
Which how does this one feel different than beating South Carolina last year, and how so? I mean, obviously different circumstances, different roster, but what are the emotions like after those 2 games?
Every win is special. And in this profession, it's very, very hard to win. And half of college football lost today. And that was a great, great victory. Last year, I was, again, very proud of our seniors and what they were able to achieve in that game. And same thing, to be able to go on the road in a hostile environment in the SEC, be down by 14 points, and find a way to win in overtime speaks volumes. And we just need to keep our head down and keep building. We're building something special here, but it takes time. And this was another brick in the process. But again, it all starts with winning in the locker room first. We're winning in the locker room. We're recruiting. If you're a prospective student athlete, why would you not want to be a part of something special here? There's only one place, and it's Tennessee. And we have a tremendous support from our fans, our administration. Everyone's all aligned. And, you walk through the building, the positivity, the positive energy. And I think our kids feed off of that, too. When they walk in the Anderson Training Center, there's a positive feel from everyone, from all corners of the building, everywhere you go. And they feel that. And I think that's a direct proportion of what happened tonight, too. It's all relative.
What's this window for you guys just going into a bye week, with 3 to go to get,
Well, it makes the bye week that much better. It's victory number 4, but we still have a long way to go. But it gives you momentum moving into the bye week. It's easy to correct your deficiencies with a victory than it is a loss. So we'll treat it just like every other bye week or work week. We'll come ready to go on Monday. We'll work to correct our deficiencies. We're going to have to correct a lot of things. It was a great win, but we have a lot of things that we have to get better on in terms of moving forward. I thought also our special teams, our kick coverage teams, did a very good job. But we have a lot of things we need to go back and continue to improve and get better, but we still got a lot of football left to be played.
But you mentioned Pig Howard earlier. How big was he for you on that final drive of the regulation?
Well, he was big. We had some receivers down, and Alton stepped up, and we've asked a lot of him from moving him around, playing, all 3 different wide receiver positions, and he made some big catches for us, but also not just big catches, but he is also able to catch and advance the football and get it north and south.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Thank you.